Okay, in this final video, I'm going to finish off doing the PCB for this circuit, and then we'll do some last little checks and do some final tweaks and things like that. Okay, so what have I got left? I've got these two capacitors and I've got my LCD to connect up, okay? So looking through here we can see the capacitors need to have positive going to the top of them and negative going down the way. So really I could have them anywhere I like, connecting from the sort of positive here to negative there. Now I wonder if let's try and see if I can sneak at least one of these across there. Let's see if that would that fit in there. There you go. So I've got rid of one of them. That can fit in there. That's quite happy. I'll just need to wire that. Now that's saying I think it's saying it's the wrong way around. Let's just give that a little flip around. Is that happier? That's happier now, isn't it? Because that's the ground one. Doesn't actually matter with this capacitor because it's a ceramic one, so the little orange ones. So it doesn't actually matter. We'll just move that there. Let's have a little tidy up of the labels while we're here. So I know that's the 100. Okay, so I've snuck that one in there. I'm trying to think. Could I? I don't think there's enough space, even if I move that across there, to be able to sneak the other one in. I have got this gap up here. I wonder if I could use that gap there. So let's try that. I'm going to stick that in over here because I've got the space. Let's have a look. How would that best go? So there you go. That's the positive there. That's positive is there. Let's think. How would I get that to positive? Okay. Could I get it in there maybe? No, I think that's a bit too. If I pull that across there, down maybe. Just trying to think what's the best way of doing this though, because it's quite nice if I could run that just straight into there. I wonder if I can move this up the way. Let's try moving this up the way to there. And move that off there, so it's not actually crashing into there. Okay, very, very close in there, but that should be okay. And then I can just move that to there. Okay, so that's got the positive, and then this was going to ground, wasn't it? And that was going to ground. And just need to make sure that one can either go that way or that way. I'm going to bring that to ground there. Okay, so I've just done a little bit of tweak there. I've managed just to sort of sneak those in there. Okay, just so that's just checking that is on the positive, that's on the negative. They're not quite overlapping. They are very close together, but we can get away with that. I think that'll be fine. Okay, one last component to do. Let's have a look. What have we got to bring in here? So I need one to go to power and one to go. The data one's going to be easy because that can be anywhere. The ground will be pretty straightforward. I think it's going to be the power. Let's have a look, because this obviously here is power there. Right. Okay. So let's have hover over there. That's going to tell me that's pin 1. So that's like you see it's connected to there. So that's power. So I'm going to try bringing this in. To there. Okay, now that's identified that as being ground that way, but actually I'm going to flip that around the other way. There we go. So that's now picked up what I want to do. I want to run power from there through here to there. That can go straight into the pin, and then this can go to ground. Now obviously that'll be ground there, going all the way up through there, and it's not going to matter. It's going through a 330 first. Or should I run it? I should probably run it actually now. I'm just thinking, is there another ground? I'm trying to think, where do these go? That's obviously ground there. So I could run something around there. It'd be a bit messy, making the board bigger. Okay, let's get the power sorted. We'll leave ground to the last bit. Okay, so I'm going to run power from here. I might have to do a bit of. Okay, bring it to there. I get the white arrow, and I'm going to double click that. I want to first of all let's make it narrow. Let's go 0.7, I think, and then I want to move that across there and put that into there. Let's see if we can move that down a little bit. I'm just moving my labels. Okay, so I've got power. That's fine. That's could have. I think that's too close to that one there. I can always move that sort of in between. I always want to try and move them as in between kind of pinch points as possible. Okay, that looks pretty good. Right, let's go connect up the data. That should be really easy peasy. That's just going to be up to there and across. Okay, and I want this one to go to ground. So let's have a look. Where is ground? That goes to there. Then this is the base. That's the power going through there. That hang on, is that ground there? Now that's interesting. This is ground here. I wonder if I think that might be a bit too narrow. Could I move all that down a bit? No, I think I'm just gonna run a wire from there around to there. That saves a bit of messing around. So from there round to there, and that's into ground, and that's going to follow all the way around there, through that pin there, and to ground that way. Okay, now I think this is finished. I'm just going to go through and I'm going to get rid of any sort of extra labels that I don't need on there, just to try and simplify it. Anything that's the resistor number or anything like that's not any good. Things that do give me values of things, so I know that that's the buzzer there, that's handy. That's the transistor. LCD screen might be handy. Probably fairly obvious what it is because it's a different shape to anything else. 330, that tells me that these three here are all 330s. 122. Two capacitors. I can see that that's a different shape to that one, but I know this one's the 100. That's the 220 there. It'll let me. I can maybe connect it to there. So I'm fairly happy with that. Now, obviously, I need to check if it works. So let's do some quick testing and see if it works. So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to need to grab an off-board battery. So down to power supplies. All the way down to the bottom. Second last one should be the PP3 battery snap, which is going to fit nicely in there. And I can just connect that to ground and drag that to positive. I'm going to need a switch here, otherwise I'm not getting any power going to there. So again, back to here, and it's going to be an off board. It's going to be a latching switch. Let's go for that one. I'm just going to park that up there. That's going to connect into there. That can connect into there. The LCD screen, that's obviously needs to be an off board, so that'll be under, should be under displays or advanced outputs. There it is. Okay, it's quite big. I'm just going to... Right, let's have a look. So what do we want? The middle one should be the signal, so that's going to go to the middle one there. This top one we said was ground, so that's going to be there. And that one there was power. Okay, So let's push the play button. You will always get some warnings, so don't worry about that. Okay, if I go to current flow, you can see the switch is not switched, so let's flip the switch. Okay, so I can see I've now got power going to the pin, and I've got ground that's going all the way around there. Always good to have a look for anything that's brown. If you see anything that's brown, that's usually a bad sign. I've just realised actually that the oh, there is a program on here. Okay, we'll test to see if that works. I've not connected any switches up, so let's go to switches. So these are going to be the momentary switches. And let's see. I'm probably just going to connect up one just for time wise. So I'm going to connect that one to there, and this one to there. Okay, so hopefully this will give us some action. So let's push play. Okay, push that in. Okay, ouch. Sorry about that. I didn't realise it was going to be quite so loud. So I think that works. Okay, I think everything was on there. All right, we're quite happy. Last little things we need to do before I'm going to print this off. Obviously, before I would go to the artwork, that's what it's going to look like. So sorts of things I want to put under there. I'm going to use the pad tool. I'm going to put just dots in the corners. Okay, because that's going to be where I'm going to drill 3mm holes. So I can actually bolt this down. There, okay. Anything that's got flying leads. So for example, these 3 switches here, I'm going to want to have flying leads on them. And the battery. So I'm going to put one in sort of there. I'm going to put one in for this is the switch here. So I can put it in there, that's near there. These are on board, that's on board, these are off board, so let's see if I can put one in there for that. Blue switch can come over. It doesn't have to be exactly next to where it is. Green switch, nice space there, that can be for the green switch. The LCD, I'm probably going to put these onto pins, so actually they'll be fine there. LEDs, I want those to be on flying leads. I'll put one through there, one there, that can be for the middle one, and this one here will be for that one. Okay, put my name on there, so up to there, okay, and this is going to be, yes, solder side, so put your name in there. Well, obviously it helps as well when you're putting it through the process that you can see that it's which way around it is, because obviously it'll be back to front when you do it, so when you turn it over it's the right way around. Okay, last kind of things to check before you actually say, right, this is finished. Do make sure, okay, that your status is going to the status pin there, okay. Make sure that try and look for anything that you think, oh, what's the closest thing, where could there be problems. So that there, for example, is quite close to that pin there, but we know for a fact that pin's not actually doing anything. Okay, it still might be worth seeing if I can maybe move it a little bit further away, that's a bit better, and just check that there's nothing too close. Okay, that's going to cause you problems when you actually make the board. All right, hopefully that's been useful, and good luck with making your PCBs.